you're right when you said it's like it changed the amount of intimacy. Now it's like if my girl and I are going somewhere, maybe I wouldn't touch her elbow or like, you know what I'm saying? Or like give her a pinch or like, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't create that energy. So a lot of that energy disappears. And that's the thing I think that we don't realize a lot. It's that little like that yin and yang, that whole thing that keeps like nature and society and really the future because of procreation, which keeps it all in balance, is this kind of tension, right? A romantic kind of like samba between like her aura and mine, and pornography like weakens that. And then you're right, people take into their head, like a woman will take in her head like, oh, something's wrong with me, or he thinks I'm not this way, or I can't do these things, which is a net, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's a tough cycle. And I think a lot of it does fall on us men, because we got to be stronger, you know? I'm not saying that I'm great at it or anything, but I do think that somebody's got to come to the rescue of us, and I think it has to be us.
Well, no one's coming to rescue us, right? You got to take accountability in your own life. But I think you really eloquently kind of laid out the dynamics that porn abuse can have in relationships.
Did I really?
You really did. That was really well said. And, you know,
well, I feel bad about some of the, I feel like, dang, I wasted a couple relationships. I wasted some, and I wasted somebody's time, and I wasted like, and I didn't even know it. But yeah, some of that.
You know it now. The only way you learn and grow.
Yeah.
And, you know, what you often see when men abuse porn over time, they can lose attraction for their partners because they can't compete with porn. I mean, how unfair is that? Yes. Right? There could be less desire for romance. I'll say it again. Pornography abuse burns off the nerve endings of sensuality in relationships. Less touching, holding, kissing, caressing. So if I'm watching porn, you know, maybe I don't notice the waves in my wife's hair. If I'm watching porn, we hold hands less perhaps. So pornography abuse can deaden the vibrancy of our partners, our wives, and our marriages. I mean, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, well, it dims the way you feel. For me, it dims the way I feel if I'm waking up.
That's right.
Like, oh, my first thought sometimes is, if I'd looked at pornography the day before, it's like, oh man, I wish I hadn't done that. I think I can not do it. You know, it's like, but you're always in this war, you know, it puts you always in like this battlefield.
It's like being hooked up to an IV drip of shame. And for not every guy, right? We're not talking about the casual use. We're talking about the compulsive use. And the other thing you tend to see over time, the guys that end up abusing pornography, porn and masturbation just become the preferred sexual outlet. And shame and secrecy and guilt become the norm. And because of that shame, so many guys, especially our young guys, are not dating. They've given up on dating. They're not actually having physical sex. I read a stat not too long ago that 1 out of 3 men under the age of 30 have not had sex in the last year.
1 out of 3 men?
1 out of 3 men under the age of 30 have not had sex in the last year.
But some of those men could be 10 years old or whatever.
I would imagine, I didn't look at the fine print of the thing. I would imagine it probably told me age 18 to 30.
Oh, they should say that then.
They should probably, yeah, good point.
Because yeah, if it's like this 5-year-old has to tell you, like, yeah, I hope not.
Yeah, we'll fact check this right now.
Anyway, recent data from the General Social Survey indicates that nearly 1/4 of young adults aged 18 to 29 reported having no sex in the past year, looking specifically at younger single men under 30. The rate of sexlessness can climb closer to 1/3. And then, bro, you know what happens? I think when you dim the men in a culture, anything can come in there.
Sure.
It's like when you dim the warriors who are standing at the gate, anything can slip in there, you know? And then they come in and now they got the women on OnlyFans because they're not in a relationship and there's not like a provider and there's not like a leader and you're not part of like we're doing this together, right? And then like everything's for sale. It's like, what's for sale now, you know? And I don't mean that. It's not, none of that's negativity at anybody. It's just like, you know, it's just like, I don't know. Do I sound judgmental? I'm just kind of looking at it. I think it all makes me just like, I don't know. I feel like we're stronger than this, but we are in a war.
Well, I think what you're highlighting and what I'm hearing you say is so many of our young men in particular, they lack confidence in themselves. They're full of shame, right? they don't have they can't handle rejection, right? The world needs healthy, strong men. And pornography abuse is emasculating our men today.
That's what I'm saying.
That was definitely the case for me. 100%. But here's the deal. And I need your listeners to hear this right now.
Yeah, amen. Because I don't want to get stuck in the dour parts of it and that things are not healable, because that's not the truth.
That's not the truth. The truth is, it is time to reclaim your damn manhood.
Type shit.
You know, seriously.
No, I feel you.
Enough is enough.
Right.
Enough is enough right now. There's a cesspool out there that are killing our men today. So let me tell you, in my own journey, when I got the right type of help, I was able to work through these sexual dysfunction. When I got the right type of help, I was able to be in a healthy relationship where I felt good about myself as a partner, as a man. So it's not just like Steve stops watching porn and everything fixes itself.
Right.